Video. Do you want to be in the video real quick? Ready? Hey, come here. Ready? Go have fun. Breaking the law. Well, here we are on a nice snowy day, kind of the first real big snowy day of the year, and it is January, what, 5th, 6th? Oh my dear God, I'm doing this on January 6th. Can you believe it? The day of the insurrection attempt. AOC almost lost her life. Dear God, a day that will live in infamy and much screaming of the blue-haired people. Well, I shouldn't make light of that because it was kind of a serious situation. I really do think it was the wrong thing to do, to put it extremely lightly. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. It's snowing. It's a wonderful day. And maybe you're thinking, well, yeah, it's snowing and it's cold and it's Minnesota. But dear God, is the trench coat and the rabbit hat really necessary? I mean, maybe it's overkill. Well, this is not about utility. This is about fashion.
Fashion. Style.
And I am paying homage to our favorite comrade, Hasan Piker. See, there's a video that he put out a while ago on his channel with his uncle Cenk. And there is a strong desire in me, let me tell you, to call Hasan Piker Cenk's nephew and nothing but. But for now, I'm not gonna go down that route. So anyway, Cenk's nephew released a video with Cenk. And in this video, they watch a 2-minute clip of Jordan Peterson and Bret Weinstein talking about Marxism and the unconscious need to off and starve its population and enslave them and so on and so forth.
By and large, there's some direct connection between the attempt to create a Marxist utopia and starvation, authoritarianism, and I think I know what this is in action.
No, totally, dude. Yeah, they do it on purpose. They love doing it.
Yeah.
In this clip, Cenk and Cenk's nephew are constantly pausing it and analyzing it. It's kind of funny. I think one of the top comments on that video says, "Isn't it amazing that these two talked for a half hour on a 2-minute video?" Have you watched a Jordan Peterson video? I mean, dear God, he does a 45-minute rant on one single paragraph of Nietzsche. That's my dog, by the way. She's going to be patrolling because that's what she does. She is an Anatolian shepherd from the country of Turkey, much like our friend Cenk's nephew. Hasan Piker. Okay. So back to the video. So Hasan Piker and his uncle laugh at the idea that Marxists could have this unconscious desire to starve their population.
I'm not a Marxist. I don't agree with Marxists. I might even fight Marxists. So let's fight. Okay. But these right-wingers, when they come out with like, Marxists just want to starve you. Why would they want that? That's so dumb.
Not even 15 minutes into the video, Hasan Piker says something else.
Quote unquote welfare
Oh,
state.
also the other part is this is actually a brilliant take from Murat, and you'll enjoy this. Murat always talks about the bread price. He says, no matter where you go in America, the price of bread is stable and it's cheap. And he's 100% right. As long as that bread price is the same and people at the the people that have the most revolutionary potential are still able to feed themselves, which Americans can, by the way, no matter how poor they are, and no matter how much medical bankruptcy exists and whatnot, and no matter how much cruelty and oppression we subject the working class here in America to, ultimately, as long as they can fucking buy bread and eat bread, and bread is an analogy here for food for the most part, they will never fucking rise up and engage in labor militancy or have any sort of violent, bloody revolution.
Herbert Marcuse also points this out in his book, One-Dimensional Man. Capitalism, unfortunately, has done such a good job at supplying the workers, the proletariat, with the bare minimum in their lives that it's actually made them content. This is a problem. Why is this a problem? Let me explain to you the concept of class consciousness. So you're the worker, you're the working class, you're a welder, you're a trucker, you're a guy who stocks the groceries at the grocery store. Truckers and welders get paid very well, so maybe they don't fall into this anymore. They used to, but they don't. Someone working at Target, someone working at Starbucks, you're the worker, and you're getting screwed over by the bourgeoisie. Okay? As a worker and as the working class, there is so much potential for revolution if only you would wake up to the situation that you're in, hence the term class consciousness. To be conscious of the rung on the ladder that you're currently hanging on right now would bring a lot of emotions to the surface, would bring a lot of anger and vengeance to the surface because you need to take the power back.
We gotta take the
Once you awaken to your place in the classes, then you can all gather together. Workers of the world unite. And do what?
Oh. How do I get in there?
Alright, so AOC has found a body.
He was in, electrical, I think that's where I was.
Yep.
Okay,
So it's most likely a venter.
who said that?
Have a revolution. Hasan Piker does a good job at pointing out that food, and he starts out by saying bread, but he actually means food in general, is affordable, and that's a problem. Why is that a problem? Because it calms the working class, it calms the proletariat, it takes away their motivation for revolution, and that's what you need to revitalize in the proletariat when they don't really know that they're the ones who outnumber and can easily overtake the bourgeoisie. That's why you need to bring class consciousness to people. Well, how are you going to bring class consciousness to people if they're actually having a good time? How do you affect the prices of food? When you start to see the price of food as being a problem because it takes away people's motivation for revolution, I don't have to have a degree in psychoanalysis to say, there's your fucking problem. There is your motivation to people. There's your motivation to starve people. Because if food being affordable is a problem, who says that? Who says food being affordable is a problem? I mean, is that like a sign of mental health? Is that a sign of like really wanting the best for people? You actually want people to starve because that wakes them up to the evils of capitalism, to the evils of the world around them. That's oppressing them. When really, I'm convinced that you're projecting that oppression or that need to oppress on other people. And it's not just Hasan Piker and his uncle who are doing this. It's pretty much all of Marxists who have studied Marxism and want Marxism to come about. The thing is back when Marx wrote that philosophy, all the proletariat were actually fucking suffering. They were living in squalor. The best of them had like a horse and a plow and maybe a cow that they could make milk and cheese and stuff. But now the working class has air conditioning, the working class has heat, the working class has running toilets. I mean, none of this stuff existed when Marx wrote this. And so the thing is when you fast forward now, people with common sense who are mentally stable will see that the average working class person is actually doing well if they spend their money responsibly and they don't buy 70-inch LED TVs and they don't go on yearly trips to Disneyland and they don't keep a steady supply of marijuana in their fucking closet. When you see that the working class is doing well, you start to understand that you have to create that suffering in order for people to have class consciousness and in order for them to enact revolution because they want to, because they need to. But you got to create that need. How do you do that? Well, you affect the prices of food. Have they done that? I think I'm too nervous to get into conspiracy theories about that because I'm just such a small channel and, you know, who cares? I'm just some guy in the Midwest. But I really don't think you have to have a doctorate in order to see through the bullshit that some of these Marxists put out. The problem is shadow projection. That is the problem with all of this. Because in their shadow, and they're completely unaware of it, they actually do want to oppress people for whatever reason, for whatever motivation, and they project it onto everyone else. I mean, this is a problem in sociology, this is a problem with sexism and racism and all that kind of stuff, is actually the people who are obsessed with skin color are the ones who are calling everyone else racist. The people who are obsessed with gender and heteronormativity are the ones who are calling everyone homophobic and transphobic and sexist, and I think it really is a problem, but yeah, anyway. Hopefully I got that point across. Hasan Piker and his uncle Cenk scoff at the idea that Marxists have that unconscious need because there's no way that they would ever starve the working class. And then 10 minutes later, they admit that the fact that the working class can eat every day and night is a problem. I don't think you have to study psychology for long to understand that that's fucked up. All right, you ready to go inside? Yeah, what do you think? Is this exciting? We were starting to think it wasn't coming this year, huh?